how to use the new Schema Markup Validator. In this video session, let's go and explore the new Schema Markup Validator. There's two ways to use this tool. One is you can provide a sample web page URL. Let's grab a sample web page and let's paste that in there. So we can do that and run the test. So let's do that now. Another way is, let's open up a new tab and let's do something like this. Let's look at the source code of a typical web page that we want to use a test for. Let's press Ctrl A, Ctrl C. These are the shortcuts. Then we can use code snippet. We can place the entire web page element and run the test. Or what we can do is press on F12 on our keyboard, grab a particular area of our web page. Let's imagine you've marked up a product or a local business contact information. Then you would simply grab that. Let's grab the aside element. Actually, let's grab the footer. Let's edit HTML. Press our mouse into the field. Let's Ctrl A, Ctrl C, as in copy, as in select all, copy. Then what we can do, let's open up a new tab again, and we can provide a specific code snippet into it. Let's paste that in there. That's a code. The code can be schema markup, it can be JSON LD, and so on. Basically, you use the schema validator to test your URLs, to test parts of the web page areas or the entire web page. Let's run the test to see, okay, can you see anything here? That's what we're saying. We could look at some examples from Google Structured Data examples. We can do that. Or we can look at Schema Markup documentation, and here they also have some different examples. This is the JSON LD format, so we could actually grab that. Let's grab the whole code snippet, let's copy, and we can code snippet into it, run the test. Here, as you can see, the validator is saying, you know what, there is an issue here. And obviously, we need to then read the docs to learn more about what the issue is. Here, we can press into the red area on the right hand side, because on the left hand side, the validator will highlight what the problem is. At times, the validator may show warnings. Warnings are usually optional. That means you can actually ignore them if you want, because as far as a valid structured data is concerned, you need to focus on anything that's red, because that's an error. In this example, there is 9 errors. We can press on the triangle icon to scroll the page down, and let's look at this. Here on the right hand side, it tells us kind of, okay, you know what? Lifestyle modification is not known valid target type for secondary prevention property. So then what we can do, let's copy that. Let's look at the documentation, as in search, and learn more about what that data type is. It's related to medical entity. So these are the properties that can be placed. What that means is secondary prevention, when we search it, let's search that. Here it's related to medical therapy. These are the types that's accepted. Now I know this may sound rather complex, but to validate the markup, as in to use structured data properly, we cannot have errors. All we need to understand is that this tool is your friend to take advantage of structured data. As I've said, whatever code that you're marking up, you need to test to make sure there are no errors. Because if there are errors, then search engines such as Google may complain about them under enhancement reports in Search Console, and thus not use the structured data code. Furthermore, any errors in structured data is not parsable. That means the semantics of web page then is broken, and that's why we can use the Schema Markup Validator, and that's how you use it. I thank you for learning with Rankia, and I'll talk with you in the next video session.